Hey guys, hello friends, good evening. Evening Joe, evening Michael. FYI, I'm not going to be live for very long tonight, like an hour tops, because I ended up doing DIY today. It was this project that I've been wanting to get done for a while, but I am absolutely exhausted. I tried to watch a little bit of TV before I came live with my wife. I was falling asleep, so sore all over as well. So I figured I'd just jump on in case anyone was wanting to say hi. Sometimes me going live, I'm missing a light. Sometimes me going live on Saturday motivates some people to get their paints out. So I'm only here for an hour. If that's the motivation you need to get some paints out, get your paints out, do some painting. But yeah, I'm not going to be here for long because, you know, when you're doing a DIY job and you just really want to finish it, and you like just keep pushing and keep pushing and keep pushing to get it finished at the expense of, I guess, I don't know, the expense of the rest of your day's energy, I guess. So that's where I was. So I got my DIY job finished. But like, yeah, I'm gonna be pretty sore tomorrow, I guess. Like, muscles are sore. And yeah, just generally tired. So hello anyone, good evening. We'll be live tomorrow night for the Army List show, I think, yeah? There should be no reason we're not live tomorrow night. So that should be, I'll be a bit more energetic. But yeah. Good evening, Bad Francis. Hello, hello, hello. So I've got these like 6 guys who are sort of the last guys in the current list that I'm playing that have no paint on them. So I thought I would just get a little bit more paint on these guys, right? More jump pack intercessors. Yes, I mean these guys are actually firstborn assault marines, but I'm playing them as jump pack intercessors. Yes. So I just got these 5 to get a little bit of paint on so that they don't have any nasty white showing through. Good evening, Nathan. How you doing? First time back since December. How you doing, dude? Hello, hello, hello. I was gonna say, you literally caught me on the stream where I have the least energy ever. Because I started that DIY project today at like 12 and I got finished at 8 o'clock and it was just exhausting. And plus I was looking after the 2 kids for like 5 hours of that project. Carl, hello to New Zealand, how are you? You enjoyed this week's tactics video? Good! Glad to hear it, Carl. That's kind of the point of the tactics videos, is to make people think about things. Try different things. I don't know, I think I'm still gonna run Sangre Guard. I think as long as you're rapid ingressing them, I think there's usually a spot you can rapid ingress them in. I think as long as you're rapid ingressing them and you're getting a lot of damage out of them, they're possibly okay. I don't know. Hey Clint, hello. Eternal Crusader, hello. Aaron, good evening. Everyone that's tuning in just a couple of minutes later than normal, I'm only going to be live for an hour tonight. I'm exhausted. My wife literally sent me up here because I was falling asleep watching television with her. I had to lift some slabs in my garden and run electrical trunking underneath them, and I did it all by myself. And yeah, it was a crazy job actually. A lot of back and forth. But yeah, I feel quite not vindicated, quite accomplished, that's the word I'm looking for. I feel quite accomplished with the DIY I did today. So I posted on Discord as well, we've got like the first draft of the trophies for the GT, which is pretty cool. So the trophies are going to be like light up trophies. They're going to have like LEDs inside them. So it's going to be like etched glass with LEDs. So our the trophies for the Blood Angels Commander GT are now in commission, I guess. GT's the end of next month. The GT sold out super quick, so hopefully it goes well and we'll do another one. It really does feel like you've done an honest day's work. Yeah, it does feel like an honest day's work when you're doing DIY. Yeah, I know. I didn't think the project would be as difficult as I thought it would be. And I have a cross trainer, so I did like, I think I did 7 miles this morning on the cross trainer. And then I took my daughter to football lessons, to run around for a while playing football. Then we had to walk across town for some errands. Then I had to take the kids home, and then I started to lift up these slabs. And honestly, when I didn't realise this, when I lifted up the slabs, there was concrete under them, and I needed to run a cable under them. So I had to chisel away the concrete to make like a, I don't know, a trench under my slabs to run a cable. So yeah, it was quite serious business. And the slabs were giant, right? Like they're big paving stone slabs, like 90 by 60 or something. Heavy slabs. I was worried that like I was worried when I was trying to get the slabs lifted. I was worried if I dropped them they would like take off my fingers or something. Really heavy slabs. I did a Vanguard Veterans twice. They were strong against the Dark Angels Terminator unit. Okay. Dark Angels Terminators don't have any sort of -1 damage or anything like that in 10th edition, or do they? They're a strat, I think, for -1 damage, or they had a leader for -1 damage in 9th, is that right? I haven't really engaged too much with Dark Angels on 10th, to be honest. I know that people were playing them Gladius, but that just kind of makes you think that their codex is a bit subpar if they're using if they've got their codex and they're still using Gladius. It kind of potentially indicates that their codex is a bit subpar. Space Marines don't, apart from like the Iron Hands, they haven't had like a really standout, amazing detachment, right? This edition. Iron Storm is probably the best one that we've seen, or the most consistent for like winning events, I feel like. But yeah, I'm not a labourer. I sit at a computer desk all day and write code and spreadsheets and stuff, so yeah, my back is killing me as well. Like my lower back is so sore. I was trying to make sure when I was lifting up the slabs that I was bending with my knees, or lifting with my knees, but they were friggin' heavy. I was basically doing the best I can to just get them lifted. Good evening, Calgar. How are you doing? But yeah, see, Scotland gets very light nights in the summer. Like, it's 10 o'clock at night right now, So you just can't see out of my window, but you can see completely fine at this time of night. It's actually 10:15. So it probably doesn't get till dusk till maybe like 10:30. It's something to do with being so close, so far north. You get really long days this time of year. You don't have to get really short days in the winter, but it goes both ways, I guess. You've got your 3D printer running. I think lots of people are going to be moving to 3D printing, man. 3D printing is coming down a lot in cost. And some of the new print qualities are insane. Andrew, that plays on the channel a lot, has like a 4K 3D printer. I don't really understand why they call it 4K, but the prints that he's doing are amazing. Really, really high quality prints. How dare you print heretics with a name like that? There you go, Calder. How dare you print heretics? Eternal Crusaders get... So what does the K mean then? Eternal Crusader. Explain it to someone who knows nothing about 3D printing. Probably the whole reason that I haven't got into 3D printing in any way, shape or form is because my pile of shame is like 10,000 points. So like if I didn't have a 10,000 point pile of shame, I'd potentially need to print stuff, but I can usually do all the conversion work and stuff what I need from my pile of shame. Ultramarines were always generic Marines. No, I'm messing with you. I think it's a little bit sad that Ultramarines didn't get like their own codex in 9th edition. I kind of feel like they should have got their own Ultramarine style detachment as well in the 10th edition book, but yeah, maybe that's the thing. Maybe that's what you're touching on, is like Ultramarines are seen as a bit more generic now when they don't quite get the same level of customization as they once got. Which is weird, because like if you look at that new Secret Lab chair that just came out, it's like, oh, it's an Ultramarines chair, and when they release all those like limited edition things, it's always Ultramarines. So it's a bit strange that it's like Ultramarines chair, but then the faction's very generic. It's the resolution of the screen that's used for the prints, I see. So, a higher K just means a higher quality print, really. Ugh, the chair. Do you know, I've got a Secret Lab chair, and I was going to say, I'm not entirely convinced. Because these gaming chairs get very, very hot. And I get very sweaty. I think they need to make one with a mesh back, that's what I would like. Target Lock says, good evening, haven't been here for a while, currently working on Vanguard Veteran Team for Kill Team, hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm doing well, man, thank you for asking. I'm just really tired tonight. I didn't get the greatest sleep last night. My 2-year-old was up a bunch of times. And yeah, I had a pretty tough day working in the garden, so... Or working... I mean, I was working in the garden, but working on like a project for the house. But yeah, good. Good. I'm only gonna be alive for like 45 more minutes because I'm tired. And I'll probably I'll be boring if I'm live longer than that, probably. I never understood what Ultramarines... I don't know. Ultramarines have been the poster boys for as long as we can remember, really. Joe's working on successors for Sons of Sanguinius. Good evening, Campbell. How you doing? I don't know, there must be something about Ultramarines. I mean, the Ultramarines in the new Space Marine 2 game look pretty cool. Oh, I actually have to tell you guys something about Space Marine 2. I've issued the challenge to Valrak and his followers. I messaged Chapter Master Valric and I said to him, Space Marine 2, 6 versus 6. Blood Angels versus Imperial Fists. So we need to get the best of the best Blood Angels players over here to join me. See if we can smash Valric in the face. Don't know anything about Space Marine 2 beyond the trailer, I guess. And the fact they said that it was going to be 6 versus 6. So if there's private lobbies where you can set up 6 versus 6, see if we can set that up, eh? I want to get around to painting my HeroQuest minis, dude. I bought a couple of the expansions of HeroQuest and the Kickstarter. So I really do want to do my HeroQuest minis. I also want to do my Star Wars Legion minis. It's hard when you have a lot of minis to do. I also got to balance the fact that I end up working on content like 4 or 5 nights a week. So my miniature painting is super limited. Until I can retire from my day job, which is probably like 20 years away, I'm never going to finish all my minis. Sad times. But hey, at least I won't have to buy a lot because I'm always, I'm always never finishing stuff, I guess. Six Blood Angels versus about 20 Yellow Boys would be fine. Yeah, that would probably be fairer, wouldn't it? I don't know, I mean, Valrak, I'm sure, has played a lot of the first Space Marine game. I'm sure he's got a giant following, right? Like thousands of people in his Discord, so he's probably gonna be able to put together a shit hot team. I saw the trailer with the jump pack guy drop kicking. Yeah, so they said in the trailer there's 6 classes, huh? They didn't really say what the classes were. I definitely saw some guys running around in Phobos armor. I feel like I actually saw some Reavers. Do you know what? Maybe Reavers will be good in that game. Because they're really not good in 40k, the board game, are they? Yeah, there's definitely going to be at least one melee class, I'm guessing. There was also a guy with a thunder hammer. Did the guy who was wielding the thunder hammer have a jump pack? I didn't actually notice that. I guess he's like, he must be a Vanguard veteran or something, because not many Ultramarines... I suppose a sergeant for the Intercessor squad could wield a thunder hammer. Yeah, maybe we'll get a reason to play. Maybe the reason to play Reavers will be Space Marine 2. Maybe they'll be cool in Space Marine 2 and they don't suck in Space Marine 2 like they do suck on the tabletop. Everyone can have the cool Reaver. I am very excited that apparently they said that there isn't going to be microtransactions for customizations. So that's very, very exciting. Because I played Diablo 4 for a little minute when it came out like last year, and I'm trying to think what other games I've played. But yeah, when games offer like, I don't mind free-to-play games having paid for customization. What I don't like is a game that costs like 60 bucks, 70 bucks. What I don't like is a game that costs 60 or 70 bucks also charging for customization. I feel like you do one or the other, right? You either charge a lot for the game and then you earn the customizations in game, or you don't charge for the game and then you sell the skins. I feel like I'm not a huge fan when games decide to do both, because I think that like it should be one or the other. So I'm really happy to hear that Space Marine 2 isn't going to do that, right? Because if they do that, normally what happens is I just don't have any of the customizations, right? Like if we look at Diablo 4, I didn't actually play Diablo 4 all that much. I don't think I got a single character to the end game, or to level 100, I think. Or maybe I got one. I don't know. No, I don't think I did get one to the end. I think I got to like 80 something. And they sold a lot of the cool armor sets like in the real money cash shop, and what I was like, well, I already paid money for the game, I'm not going to pay on the cash shop as well. So I think it's really good that Space Marine 2 have said that there's not going to be like a cash shop. There's going to be some DLCs and stuff, but I mean, that's fine, right? But 9th of September, Space Marine 2 comes out. If you haven't watched the trailer, I'd watch it. It's basically going to be like 4 game modes, right? Like a 3-player campaign, a 3-player co-op, the single-player campaign, and then 6 versus 6 PvP. That sounds pretty good. I hate how they've basically said that you can't get the Steelbook, though, if you're on PC, and I hate that. Because on PC, I think you can get the game only on Steam or Epic Store, whereas on like PlayStation, you get a cool looking Steelbook, and it is a very cool looking Steelbook. When I saw that, I love Steelbooks. When I saw the Space Marine 2 Steelbook, and I was like, man, I want that. And then I was gonna be like, how much does that cost to get? And I was like, oh, you can only get the Steelbook if you buy the game on console. I don't mind, I have a PlayStation 5. I do occasionally buy games for PlayStation 5. I just think if it's a shooter, I am better at playing shooters with a mouse than I am with a controller. But maybe I'm a bit of a minority there. Maybe plenty of people are good with with the controller. I just prefer a mouse if it's a shooter. You can play as a Blade Guard veteran PvP? Was that in the trailer? I missed that. Big giant shield? Oh, I bet that would be cool, man. You want Terminator armor? I mean, I feel like Terminators usually get their own game. Because there was that other game, wasn't there? The Death Watch game. It might have just been called Deathwing game, sorry, not Death Watch. There was like a Deathwing game a few years ago on PlayStation 4, I believe. Nope, it's not my power cable out. Evening, Marius, how you doing? They should let you play as the Blade Guard Ancient with no sword. You're a troll, man. Yeah, the most unexciting Blade Guard Ancient. I don't know why he was given a bolt pistol and not the sword. It's such a silly thing, I guess. Who thought that up? Games Workshop, come on. Space Marine, the first game was good on PC, eh? Yeah, I never completed the first game. Maybe I should try and do that before. The first time Reavers are going to be playable is in a video game, says Miguel. That's probably going to be true, Miguel. Because I don't think we're going to get really playable Reaver rules anytime soon, right? I think it'll be 11th edition before Reavers get new rules, and even then, their history has been really bad. Like, I don't think Reavers have ever had good rules since they were released. Not once. It's funny as well because they are honestly one of the coolest looking squads of Space Marines, but they have the literal worst rules, right? The classes for PvP are tactical. Tactical? Why does anyone want to be tactical? Okay, I'll allow it. I don't think many people will go tactical. Tactical, assault, vanguard, bulwark, sniper, and heavy. Interesting class names. I thought that it would maybe name them more like a unit type rather than a class. But okay. I suppose like a heavy was somebody that's wielding a heavy weapon. They could be part of multiple squads, I guess, right? Like they could have been part of a Devastator squad. They could have been part of like a tactical squad. Could be an Eliminator. Could be a Gravis Marine. Eradicator. Vanguard is full boss. That would make sense, yeah. I'm glad the Assault's on there, though. That should be good. We get a bunch of assaulty Blood Angels. That's what we're looking for. Strange not to have model continuity, but it's not. They often make games slightly different to the board game because they don't really want people to not buy the board game because they have it in a video game, right? So like things are often like a little bit different. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be easy to understand. It sounds like it's going to be good. I can't foresee it being a problem that they're not 100% synced with the board game. Marcus wants to be a Blade Guard with a Power Fist. That'll be cool, wouldn't it? Bulwark will be the Blade Guard. Good night, target locked.
I have awoken.
Hey Landon, thanks so much for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. Getting very close to 15,000 subs now. Might be able to hit it this week. But yeah, so I'm going to be here for like 25 more minutes, maybe 30 minutes, guys. I'm very tired. I can already tell that I'm tired because there's already dead space. Dead space? I don't know what you call it. Times on the stream where I'm not even speaking, I'm just painting and I just feel drained. I had a very, very busy day. Maybe there'll be DLC classes down the line. Yeah, do you know what? There's been such a huge break between Space Marine 1 and 2. I actually don't know. Does someone know what year Space Marine 1 came out? I feel like it must be at least a decade ago. Because I think it was a PS3 game. And I mean, like, I've had a PS4, or I had a PS4 like 10 years ago at this point, I feel like. I think I got my PS4 in 2015. So Space Marine must be, yeah, okay. Marius thinks it's 2011. Yeah, I think it's at least like, at least a decade, Marius, right? Possibly more, probably more. I'm convinced it's a PS2 game, a PS3 game, sorry, because I'm convinced I've got it on PS3. Not that I could play it anymore because I don't have a PS3. Mine overheated and died. That's why I got a PS4, so my PS3 overheated. But, I'll let the bot read it.
Jaegerbomb2 donated $10 via Super Chat. Hello, I'm looking forward to the Blood Angels refresh that's coming. Looking like new Death Company will just be repainted jump intercessors. Think Sanguinary Guard have changes to their loadouts.
Do I think Sanguinary Guard have changes to their loadouts? I believe we're getting Primaris Sanguinary Guard. That's what Valrak said, right? How you doing, Jaegerbomb, though? It's been a little while since we've seen you. Thank you so much for the super chat. Sanguinary Guard's loadouts are actually kind of okay right now because, like, in terms of, you know, 2 power fists out of the squad of 10, I reckon they'll keep something like that, where, like, there's a lot of guys with swords, and maybe there's a couple of guys that can do power fists. I'm not sure they're going to let us still do 10 Infernal Pistols, but I guess we'll see. I am excited to see some new Sanguinary Guard models, or at least get some upgrades to... The Death Company, on the other hand, are a tricky one, right? Because everybody knows the Firstborn Death Company are far better. Joe's asking when the new Blood Angel stuff is coming. If Valrak's... If we're to believe Valrak, and he's like the only person that's given out information, probably Q3, Q4 maybe? No problem, Jaegerbomb. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for the $10. I appreciate it. I'm actually not going to be live too long tonight because I was DIYing in the garden the whole day and my back is killing me and I'm really tired. But yeah, no, I am excited to see some new Blood Angels. I haven't bought much. I think this year I've bought 5 Jump Intercessors and the new Jump Captain. That's all I've bought. And it's because I was a little bit I suppose I was a bit upset that all the models went Legends, and I was also... I was kind of buying Forge World stuff pretty regularly. I had a lot of Forge World models, maybe like 10 of them. Contemptors, Leviathans, Terax Drills, super heavy tanks, you know. I was probably honestly going to buy an Astreus at some point as well, but the Legends changes have kind of got me worried to buy stuff that you're just going to get Legends. Especially when you're talking like a £200-300 tank, right? Like, that's a lot of money to spend on a tank just for it to go Legends, and I don't play... Like, my friends don't want to play Legends games. They want to play, like, the... whatever you call it, the official rules. So yeah, I think it would be good. I think we will get new Sanguinary Guard. I think they'll maybe have similar loadouts. I think we probably will get Jump Death Company, who are very similar to Jump Assault Intercessors. They're probably going to lose the ability to take 10 Power Fists. In some ways that might really hurt them. So maybe they'll get really hurt and people will be back to running multiple squads of Sanguinary Guard. It's impossible to tell without a little bit more information, Jaeger, but it will be a nice bit of a refresh, hopefully. Hopefully they do a good job on it. I think the problem that we've had this edition is some codexes have had a great refresh, and then others have had the most terrible refresh, right? Like, Custode's codex is terrible. Orc's codex is amazing. So it's like, if you're only playing one faction like I do, you can get a bit of good luck or bad luck in terms of like your codex It's just going to depend on who wrote your codex. If it got wrote as a powerful codex or if it got wrote as a weak codex. And it seems like in this edition that could go either way, right? Bad Francis had it on Xbox 360. Yeah, so Space Marine, the first one was about 10 years old. Back to my point before Jaegerbomb's super chat. I was going to say that, like, I think that the first Space Marine game was good from my understanding, and I played it. I don't know if it was at the time. At the time, were people losing their minds for it? Like, I know that it had a decent PvP community for a while. I feel like it wasn't like years of PvP community. I remember my friends playing it for like a year, but not like multiple years. The games are very different now, right? Like, if there's a really good game now, the developer can make DLC for it for a while, and yeah, it's a different marketplace, I guess, since 2010 or 2011. So I guess my question is, here's my hope, I suppose. I hope Space Marine 2 is amazing, and I hope because it's amazing, they support it for multiple years. Because it'll be years before we get Space Marine 3, right? Like, probably at least, like, if this game does amazing, then it'll probably still, even if they started work on Space Marine 3, like, straight away, it'd probably be, like, 5 years. 3 to 5 years at least. So I guess my hope is that if the new game is really, really strong, in terms of, like, the campaign is great, the multiplayer has a lot of depth, people want to play the PvP over and over. You're ranking up your classes, so there's obviously like long-term engagement in that. Then the video gaming space is a very different beast to what it was in 2011. Nowadays, we could easily see, hey, this is a great game that's been supported, and they could support it for multiple years, right? I don't know. I hope it gets supported for multiple years. I hope it releases in a really strong state. David, I hope you're having a pleasant evening too. Thanks for dropping past. Total War 40k rumors sound fun too. I mean, Creative Assembly have done a great job on Total War. I played the first one, I guess, like just Warhammer Total War. I played the second one as well. I'm not the hugest, like, Total War type Civilization player, but I've played, like, I played it to completion one time. I believe I picked Empire when I beat Total War, the first one. Just played, like, standard Empire with Karl Franz as your leader. So yeah, there was nothing released about that though, but I've heard the rumour as well that there's going to be a 40k Total War. That'd be cool. I was hoping for like some more content for the Chaos Gate game. I like that game. Yeah, they're doing 6 versus 6 PvP in Space Marine 2. You're right, Robert. I think that'll be cool. The second I saw that trailer that said 6 versus 6 PvP in Space Marine 2, I sent a message to Valrak, because I guess me and him are on talking terms, and I said to him that his Discord plus Valrak plus 5 of his Discord against me and 5 of my Discord. Let's do it. Why not? What's the worst that can happen? We're not going to get beat by Imperial Fists, right? Oh yeah, Gladius is completely free as well at the moment. So if you like turn-based strategy on the PC, search Steam for Gladius, and it's completely free. I saw that. I already own Gladius. But yeah, it's completely free. Nathan says he's rubbish at Total War games. Yeah, it takes practice. Sounds like it'll be like Overwatch. I don't really know how Overwatch works, I guess, in terms of like making games and lobbies. I actually pre-ordered the first Overwatch, but I never quite got into it. I struggled maybe a little bit with the depth or something. Ah, balls. Wipe that off. It was a nice day in Aberdeen today, Marius. It was beautiful here in Elgin. I've asked Valrak if I can come and be on his stream or can do a battle report against him. And he did seem open to it, but I don't think he's doing, like, he's been getting that battle report room ready for a while as far as I know. I think I saw him playing it one time, like messing around, but I don't think he's doing like any like play battle reports. If he invites me, I'll go, man. I'd love to go. I think I play a lot more 40k than him though, right? So like I feel like maybe that's why he didn't want to invite me, because I play a lot more 40k than him, and then I beat him, and then I can basically say that I am Chapter Master. I can rename my channel at that point, Chapter Master Blood Angels, or I don't know, Chapter Master. I was gonna say Chapter Master John just doesn't have the same feel to it, does it? But yeah, I mean, if I can, I feel like I could probably beat his Imperial Fists, because, you know, I certainly have a lot of experience playing one army, right? I've been playing one army for like 5 years. Ryan just got into Darktide. Darktide is a fun game. I noticed it was getting something new in Skulls. Darktide seemed like a game you had to put a lot of time into, though. Like, I don't get a lot of time on any given week to put into video games. So I was like pretty low level in Darktide, but I do think Darktide's fun, and I think that if they put more content into it. I like Bolt Gun as well. I need to just man up and make some videos on video games, but yeah. I'll get to it. He's been trying to get that room made since Warhammer. As far as I'm aware, Marius, his room's pretty much made, right? I think he just needs to probably schedule a time and go live every week. But yeah, if he invites me, I'm there, Miguel. You know it. Hey, if anyone invited me, right? Like if Tabletop Tactics or Play on Tabletop, if any of the, or Liam Dent, if any of these big channels wanted to invite me for a game, I would go on them, because it would, I'm like the smallest channel, right? Like if you look at all the other YouTube channels, I mean, I guess there's some smaller than me, but of like people of like significance doing battle reports every week, I feel like I'm the smallest. So yeah, if any of the big channels invited me, I'd be dumb not to go on it, because it would give me a bunch of exposure, right? And I feel like I could probably hold my own against just about anyone in like in a 1 versus 1 single game. I can probably beat like a lot of people, because a lot of people don't know. I was gonna say maybe don't know is the wrong term, but like a lot of people don't have experience against playing like the weird sort of combos that I play in Blood Angels, right? Like I don't think many Blood Angels players at the moment are playing 2 squads Outriders, but I am. So because no one's playing it, no one's got any experience playing against it, right? Hello Pointless, how you doing? He has to change his name to War Chief Balrak. Yeah. I don't think you would change it. But no, I would love to play, actually. It's always fun playing new people as well, right? Like, I like playing the friends that I have on the channel, but I like playing new people too. I think Andrew's going to play me with his tournament list for Eldari this week. And that last time we played a few weeks ago, Blood Angels versus Eldari, was kind of a crazy game. I was losing so hard at the start. Would love to see you in Vanguard Tactics. Yeah, I don't know if they battle people out with their normal sphere of influence, or if it's just the Vanguard Tactics staff that get to battle on VT, I don't know. But yeah, all those Vanguard Tactics, play on Tabletop, Tabletop Titans, Tabletop Tactics, all those channels are freaking huge. They're all worth watching, I suppose, as well. Did you see WA Tactics getting into Blood Angels a while back? No, I didn't see that. Am I taking leaders for any of my Outriders now? I think the only leader that they can have is the Chaplain on a bike, and I don't think he's exciting enough for Outriders, right? Like, I think he gives them +1 to wound in melee. Well, they don't get that many attacks in melee, and I think he maybe gives them, like, dev wounds and shooting, but they only get, like, 4 bolters. So, I mean, or 6 bolters. So I think dev wounds on 6 bolter shots is probably not worth it either. So yeah, I guess I'm not doing too much to buff the Outriders. The way I see them is like they're scouts, as almost like the unit scouts. They're cheap, they're fast, they're a bit more OC and a bit more survivable than the scouts. And I keep finding that I manage to get all my scouts killed too early in the games. So because my scouts get killed too early in the games, I guess I'm running 1 squad of scouts and 2 squads of Outriders. I feel like the Outriders could kind of do scouty things for me. I want my Marine Bite characters back. Yeah, I'm a little sad that we lost our Marine Bite characters, especially the Death Company one on a... I liked the Death Company captain on a bike. I thought he was pretty cool. Also, I thought he was pretty unique. Winter SEO would probably have you on. He does new opponents all the time. I know Winters does a lot of narrative. Does he do competitive? I don't know. Carl says, do you have any thoughts on Seth? Ryan in the chat, Carl, is the biggest fan of Seth. He's paying me super chats to like try and get me to run Seth. Ryan, your moment has come. Tell Carl what he can really do. I mean, I think Seth has pretty decent damage, actually. I haven't run him in 10th, but I did make a model so that I had the potential to run him. I'll probably try and get some paint on that model the next couple of weeks. Good evening, Ardeen. How you doing? So, I know I've only been live for like 50 minutes, but I'm only going to be live for like 10 more. I had a crazy busy day today. Started a DIY project at like noon. Finished it at like 8 PM. My back is killing me. I'm really tired. So I thought I'd just jump on for like a very, very short while tonight. Have I thought about playing Horus Heresy? I don't have time, Jägermeister. Or Jägermeister, yeah, I mean, Jägermeister, Jägerbomb. I really don't have time, right? Like, I typically put in about 50 hours a week at work, and then like 3 nights a week I work on like tactics videos and battle report videos and stuff for the channel. And then a couple other nights a week I'm usually doing something live content based. So that's like 5 of my 7 nights a week. And that's before I even do any like of my own painting. So assuming that I do like that on night 6, then I only really have 1 night off a week. So yeah, I if I didn't have a day job, yeah, sure, I'd get into Horus Heresy. I'd also paint a shed load more minis, but unfortunately it's not really viable for me to... I've got loads of other games. Games that I've had for like 5 years that I've got loads of minis for. And they all are completely neglected as well. I even bought like... when Age of Sigmar came out, like first edition Age of Sigmar, I bought a bunch of Age of Sigmar models. I probably got like £300 of Stormcast and Undead. I bought the Stormcast box that was fighting the Undead, and then I bought like a couple extra start collecting for both of them. They've sat in my garage now for like 3 or 4 years. I've never even opened them. Well, I've opened them and looked at the sprues, and then that's it. So, as much as I'd like to do it, it's literally never going to happen. Yeah, I saw that they're going to do 6 versus 6 in Space Marine 2. I'm gonna try and take some time off work, my day job, to do that. The first models that I painted and that were not Space Marines in like 5 years was I started painting some of these guys, which are Tom-Toms from Star Wars Legion, and I think I've had these guys for like 4 years. So I put some paint on 2 different Tom-Toms in one painting session, and I haven't touched them again since. So yeah, all my painting is focused on just my 40k stuff. It's like I want to play competitive 40k. I enjoy competitive 40k. I want to win a competitive 40k tournament. And I guess because I haven't done that yet. What work did I do today? I was lifting slabs in the garden, like big 90 centimeter by 60 centimeter concrete slabs. When can I get a Blood Angel shirt? Yeah, I think some of the that's the messed up thing. I think some of those Age of Sigmar models that I bought that I've never even got assembled have already been purged. Yes, Miguel, I know that they have a purge. In some weird way, maybe that makes them more valuable because you won't be able to buy them anymore. Yes, the shirts. I was messaging Brett about it because I did pay him on the 25th of last month, so he's had my $100 for a month now. He did give me the sketch. I showed you guys the sketch, right? Of the... I'm trying to think where he put the sketch. Can I show it to you guys right now? Maybe? I think I put the sketch in Discord. Yeah, I think I put it in Discord like, been out like ages ago now. Brett is apparently slow. But the shirt is going to be super cool. So I'll sell it via the YouTube page. Adam. Hopefully within the next hopefully the final design will be done in the next few weeks. I was going to say, I don't know how I can find it quickly. I don't know if I can find it quickly. Yeah, because all the Discord channels get tons of chatter in them, right? So it'd have to be like... Here. See, I took a photo of it on my phone. I can't show you anything from my phone right now because my phone is the camera that I'm live streaming with. But basically, yeah, I'm not going to be able to find it right now. Keep an eye out, Adam. I'm 100%. I've paid Brett to do me a commission for a Blood Angel for a t-shirt design. And I paid him around the 25th of last month. So I nagged him on like Thursday saying like I haven't seen it in a few weeks because I only saw the black and white sketch, which I thought was very good. So I was very happy with the black and white sketch, but I hadn't seen any colour in it, so I was nagging him. At the same time, I don't want to be too naggy, right? Because it's like, he is just a friend, it's not like he's a business or anything like that. I'll ask him again. Can it be vectorized? How do you mean, Robert? What are you wanting to do with it? Alright, for dice, one of the things that I was asking him to do was to create a new BAC logo, because the guy from the Baron of Dice, the website Baron of Dice, I don't know if you, I'm sure some of you guys have seen Baron of Dice, they do amazing dice. The guy from Baron of Dice actually reached out and said that we could do like a collaboration where like he would do like Blood Angels Commander dice if I had a small design that would fit on the dice. So he was also coming. So he was coming up with the T-shirt design for the Blood Angels Commander T-shirt, and he was coming up with a new vector design for the Baron of Dice, so we can sell dice as well. So hopefully, like I said at the start of the stream, we're probably going to hit 15,000 subscribers in the next couple of weeks. I'm like 70 away, maybe. So hopefully, like we'll hit 15,000. I can announce that we now have a Blood Angels Commander t-shirt, and we'll potentially have Blood Angels Commander dice as well, so that would be very cool. I think the t-shirt, like I purposely said to him, like I want the BAC logo on the t-shirt to be very cool, because if you guys don't know, Brett is an artist on a Warhammer fantasy video game. So he's done the art before for one of the fantasy video games, and his art's insanely good. His art's on the level of like the artwork that you see on the front of the Codex. So I'm trying to get him to do something a little bit more stylized, so it's a little bit like, not caricature, but like Marvel-esque. So like Warhammer 40k in a Marvel feel. And that's what the t-shirt's going to be. I really hope, like when I saw it, I thought the sketch looked awesome. I was like, this is going to be so good. Hello Phil, hello, how you doing? Cambo, it's been nice to see you. Have a nice evening, thanks for jumping in. I am going to be alive for much longer because Yeah, I said I'd be live for an hour. That is me just past an hour, so a few more minutes and I'm gonna go to bed. I'm dreading how sore I'm gonna feel in the morning. Yeah, I wanted to try and get like a couple more colours on a few of these guys so that they are all at least ready, 3 colours. I think I'm there with them. A couple of guys just got a little bit of white left on a couple of guns. Colour over that and it'll be... It's not the best, but it's enough to be like everybody is battle ready. I hate trying to paint units battle ready the night before a tournament. Some people live for that stuff. Mike was edge highlighting a Land Raider for 2.5 hours. Have you ever done a super heavy tank, Mike? Should do a fell blade or something. Oh yeah, you painted the Thunderhawk, didn't you? Take the dry brush pill, yeah, I mean that might be the better way to do it, huh? Yeah, I'm terrified to buy anything else from Forge World. I hear you, mate. Like, before 10th edition dropped, I bought a few Forge World things, and I was pretty much sure, like 90% sure I was going to buy the Astraeus. Because I do have 3 super heavy tanks at the moment. Ironically, the Astraeus is the one that you can still field. Whereas like all the other super heavy tanks got made legends. So ironically that happened, but I was like convinced I was going to be buying myself an Astraeus because I was like, I quite liked the Astraeus in 9th edition. I actually took it to a tournament once in 9th. Because sometimes I take super heavy tanks to tournaments because I'm that guy who just brings a super heavy tank because it can be kind of fun, I guess. Alright, I'm going to paint this one plasma pistol black and I'm going to head off. Are jump intercessors any good? I mean, they're good for Blood Angels. I'm not sure they're good for other factions. The reason they're good for Blood Angels is because the +2 strength on the charge. I think it makes them Ardeen says he would love a Fellblade if it was plastic. Yeah, I did the Falchion, man, and that kit was like the weirdest kit ever, where it was like half metal, half resin, and what a nightmare that thing was to paint because it was so friggin' heavy. I can't imagine actually painting a Thunderhawk. Like, I know it's plastic now, but when it was metal, like, to pick it up, to paint underneath and stuff, your left arm is dying when you're trying to pick this stuff up. Yeah, I remember painting the Falchion and was like, my left arm's getting like cramps just trying to hold it because it's so heavy. A firstborn battle company in Astraeus is exactly 2,000 points. Is that what you're bringing to the tournament? Doubled area. I mean, no one would know how to play against it. Yeah, I can vouch for the fact that the Thunderhawk was heavy. Yeah, I never want to paint another resin / metal super heavy tank, really. Here's the thing, you know, like I would have bought another Forge World tank because I liked having them. And the fact that all the Forge World stuff gets Legends now just puts me off. It honestly kind of made me think that they should tell you when, you know, like have life cycle. So like this model is going to be alive, or is going to be valid for the next like 5 years or something like. And that's got to be a thing. Like a lot of people come into the stream all the time and say like, should I buy Firstborn Death Company? And I always say like, probably not, because we don't know where Firstborn Death Company are going to be. Yeah, there's been a bit of confusion, I guess. The legend stuff is hasn't been handled that great, I feel like. Built 2 Iron Circle Dominator Ferris class battle automata. Ammo and cables have them to bend or horrible broke trying to find. Yeah, some of the parts. Do you put them in hot water if they're all bent, man? Because sometimes I think if you put the resin into maybe not hot water, but like lukewarm water, you're able to bend it a bit. It certainly helps. But yeah, when you buy those super heavy tanks and stuff, something always arrives warped or bent or. You kind of have to make do with what you get, don't you? Brandon says, keep out the great content, love listening and watching. Brandon, thanks so much for dropping by. I'm exhausted tonight. I'm actually going to take off here in a minute. You think really much more than lukewarm, like actual hot water out the hot tap? Okay. I don't know, I guess I haven't built a Forge World model now in like 2 years, maybe. Something like that. Sad times. I really liked Forge World. I know that they're like very specialist models and they didn't get a lot of play in the game competitively, I guess. I liked having them. I like giving myself a project, a Forge World project, I guess. I guess I've got enough Firstborn or enough Primaris projects to keep me going, but I did like getting a Forge World project every now and then. I thought, because I think the thing about Forge World that was quite cool was not everybody had them. You know, like everybody's got jump intercessors, everybody's got. What other Firstborn stuff does everybody have? You know what I'm saying? It was quite cool to basically be. Okay, Dracula says Forge World were the thing of nightmares. Yeah, I mean, but they were unique, right? That's what I liked that they were unique, that not many people had them, and that you didn't see them very often, but they were something. Maybe it's just because Blood Angels don't have a Primarch, and I felt like Forge World were letting me overcompensate for. Like, hey, I want a big centerpiece model because we don't have a Primarch. And I could do that with Forge World. That's one thing I definitely feel like I'm a little bit sad about. Yeah, I went to the Warhammer World Expedition in the Forge World shop one time as well. It's a cool experience as well. I also went to Warhammer Fest one year. think it might have been the year before I started YouTube, like 2018, or just before the pandemic. One of those years I went to Warhammer Festas. I was did more things before I had kids, so the kids have slowed me down a bit. But I'm going to try and maybe get to a tournament in England next year, because the English tournament's obviously a lot bigger than the Scottish ones. Scotland has like very small population. A lot of people think the Sanguiner should be cooler, or should be the equivalent of a Primarch, because we don't get a Primarch. It's been like a running topic for the longest time. A lot of people hope that we get an improved Sanguiner model as well. Something like that to sort of to give Blood Angels like this big centerpiece. I mean, Dante's a centerpiece in an essence. He's not like a huge centerpiece, right? He's cool, but something above, a level above Dante, I guess. Alright, yeah, I'm going to take off, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out. I know it wasn't probably the most engaging stream. I didn't plan for my DIY job today to be quite so insane. Sometimes that's the way that DIY goes. I'll see you tomorrow night for the Army List show. Normal time, 8 o'clock UK or something like that. Hopefully I'll not be in too much pain from... My lower back is so sore, though. Sanguinius is coming back, says Marius. I'd put lots of money on it. There you go. Marius is... I was going to say, if you're wrong, Marius, we'll have to call you, like, Chapter Master Valric. Later, guys. Take care. Good night. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.